Alright. Yeah. Playing a little 2K. I'm a little fucking sick too. But
Have a great game, boss.
we're gonna keep it pushing. Only take headache medicine. That's it. Let's see what we got. I made a build, but I'm trying to get to rebirth so I can make another build. This build's cool though. Not bad. My 3 isn't that high right now. But that's only because I gotta upgrade it more. I can't make shit right now. There we go. Ah, that's too early? Yeah. Woo! Made this player just a minute ago. He's not that great, not that bad either. Kind of more of a triple threat than anything. If you want to know the jump shot, it's not that special at all. I think it's just Paul George, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Paul George. I haven't had time to like go through all the jump shots and make my own custom jump shot and shit. I ain't really tripping about that right now. Double Zero's my guy, huh? Oh. What's his name? Light skin. Clarkson. Oh, I messed that up, but whatever. I was trying to double tap it, but it still worked out. Hold on, give me the ball. Oh. Released it too early, but that's what I'm looking for right there. About to make some more builds later today. I got like a little bit of VC or whatever. Yeah, that was a good shot. All right, give me the ball, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Got Clarkson on my hip. What the fuck is he doing? Pass the ball. Damn. Ooh. Push him away. Oh, come on, bro. That was good. I still gotta get my on my badges and shit. I'm gonna make a sharp after this. In the center. Hey! This is just my all-around build. Excuse me. Hey, let's go. Ooh. Let's go. Little head fake gun action, like some Jordan. ain't playing much defense, but whatever. Oh, who this? The bigger guy? Hey! Woo! You looking good. Damn, hit that shit. They always call timeout when I got the takeover shit, man. Every time. Move my shit over a little bit. How about that? Is that cool? Yeah, halfway, baby. Alright. I'm a little further over to the right now. There we go. That's cool. Let's see what I got. Oh, come on, man. That was an ugly move, but it almost worked. I don't want to reach because they're just going to give me a foul. That's on me if I miss. I was about to say I didn't wait a little second. Violation out of bounds. Let's go. There we go. My three isn't even that high up right now. I think it's like at a 66. But, you know, the badge. Whatever. Back screen. Another one. That's a 66 3 ball right there. 66. I'm gonna make a sharp though after this. We'll see how far we can shoot. '66 3 ball.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
Go. Turn around through. Ah, that's on me. Ooh, good pickup. I should have helped y'all help, but I don't like playing defense though. Come on, bro. Get out the way, bro. Oh, that's a good rebound, though. I gotta make that shot, though. Yeah. Oh. Top of the key through. Oh, come on. Now they just making me miss flagrant shit, bro. That wasn't even a three. My shit is only a 66-3 right now. I gotta put the rest up. Let me see. Nah, I can't even show y'all. I'll show it after the game what my stats are with this player. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll wait till somebody asks. If they even ask. This build might be ass. Yep. Ass. I'm just chucking shit up now, though. There we go. Oh, yeah. Got a hand on it, though. Just playing my career right now. Oh. It's the one I need. Is it that one? Oh, that's on me. I was supposed to fucking pump fake and pass it out, but I accidentally pump faked and shot it. Alright, I gotta get my shit together. I was playing good at the beginning. Now I'm slumping. That's what they call it. I mean, I already knew that. Oh. There we go. I'm back. Oh, man, move. You couldn't body me? Is that what that was? What? How many seconds we got left? I switched it up. Couldn't make it, though. My dude ain't that great at laying up. Actually, I don't even think I have that up right now. My shit's at like 60. You know what I mean? You know how this VC thing go. My shit's at like 60 right now. Dang, he look aggressive going to the rim. Bro, I got better stats than the other guy. Come on. I don't got none of this shit turned on. I got all that shit turned off. So pardon the silence. But we up. And we beat Utah, so we really I mean not Utah, but Denver Nuggets. First win of the game at a 2K. Holy shit, bro. Hold on. Oh, Clarkson don't like getting posted up, bro. Clarkson don't want to get posted. Holy shit. Hold on, let me try to fix this real quick. Let me turn this. Holy shit. Let's do that. Let's go. Yeah, let's do that. How about that? Yeah. All right. Back at it again. Clarkson. There we go. Oh. My dude ain't got the hands right now to steal that. Oh, come on. He gave me a little, he froze me a little bit. That's all right. Oh, shit. Holy, okay, hold on. Oh. He lost the ball. I'm trying to get used to this stamina shit, too, that they done put in the game. Because they done added hella stamina every time you, like, do a move, a momentum dribble or shit. I think my stamina is pretty high right now, but... Hey! And that's a hard move to stop. And I think I could pass out of it, honestly. Maybe I need, like, what's the name? Bailout pass or something. Oh, come on, bro. How is that bad shot selection? That shit was smooth. Yeah, I told you I ain't got no blocks up yet. I ain't got my blocks up. Otherwise, I would have been a block. I ain't got my snacks up. Clarkson all hyper. Got a couple shots to go now. Damn, man. Alright, matter of fact, let's go. I need to actually figure this shit out. Hold on. Oh, come on, man. Oh, shit. Man, the Bulls don't pass the ball cooking out. Holy shit. Oh. What? Can't make no turnarounds now. My grade done went down. Clarkson trying to cook up now. Bad. Oh shit, here. Actually, let's see what this shit do. Oh. Hey, that was kind of nice though. Need to get to the line, bro. Wow. Can't make an easy free throw. Oh, wow. Can't get steals yet. Come on, man. Am I? Oh, yeah, I done shot a lot, but who cares? What? All right, I guess I got to shoot mid-range again because I can't shoot threes no more. My dude ain't making them. 66 ain't good enough. Man, that nigga hit one move and got the instant Gatorade. Backdoor cut, though. Okay, at least Clarkson got some Gatorade, too. They trying to win, huh? Oh, yeah, they're still a 1-point game. Come on. Bullied him to my spot and missed it. Trying to get all these badges. I'm really just trying to, like I said, the goal today is getting the rebirth so I can make a sharp. Can I make the three? Nope. Got him. I don't know what he thought he was doing. Why Clarkson guarded me like There, a little closer. Excuse me. Gotta do it. $30 up 2. Damn, tied up. And 1. Let's go. Damn. My free throw ain't up either. Damn. I should have made 1 though. Damn, bro. Make him shoot it. Hey, you got the rebound. I didn't want to shoot a bad shot, so I tried to get an assist. Damn. Got him. $32 points. About 2. Gotta play solid defense. Hey, make a miss. Holy shit, a fucking air ball? Is that what that was? Alright, my dude, I forgot, I can't shoot 3. I'm over here trying to spot up after a crossover. Ah. Man, that's crazy. I gotta get used to the dribbling, definitely. Hey. And got me 1 though. He said, let's keep it up. Modest. Hey, let's go. He down. I'm gonna make both of them. Come on, let's go. There we go. That's good. Oh. We win. We win again. They fouling. Come on. I can't see him. No put a bunch in. Dang. This shit over. $2K24. It's pretty, I don't know. It's whatever. I haven't played it long enough to tell you how good it is. whatever. Got the win. That's all that matters. Oh yeah, I took all this sound off and shit, bro. I don't want none of that shit. I'm just trying to get to level 90 overall so I can make another build real quick. Excuse me. So that is the objective for today. Get to 90 overall. Put my 3 up a little bit. And my free throw, yeah, because I can't stand missing free throws. Got put anything else up? Alright, I'm at 87, I guess. Alright, let's try to get to 90. Now my shot should be a little better. And my free throw slightly.
But good, MP. Time to do what you do.
Chicago Bulls at the bottom of the you know, leaderboards or whatever. Damn. Alright, let's go. Come on. Make them. Let's go. Make them. Let's go. Come on, make them. Oh, shit. You suck, bro. The fuck? Paul George, let's go. What's the... I think this is Paul George, yeah. This is Paul George jump shot. Not gonna say it's the best, but I needed something easy to use during this little bit of my career grind that I'm doing. Oh shit, is he faster? Or is Devin Booker just slow? What happened? I didn't make him faster. Kevin Durant, that's easy. Okay, that's too far away. All right. Trying to start off with the craziness. Just need a basic shot or something. Wow, that's coming off. Come on, bro. What's up with your passes, my nigga? There we go. Make it look easy. Let's go. Come on, bro. I put the 3 up and still can't make it. Crash. KD will not be stopped. We just got to try to stop Devin Booker. Eddie Magic, is that what they call it? Oh, hell no, I ain't following him. That's coming off. That might work when I get my badges. Right now, I can't shoot slightly contested shots at all. Hey, let's get that. I'm just trying to get my takeover right now. I ain't fouling. Fuck that. Come on. Get my takeover. Come on, bro. That's tough. Alright, whatever. The next one's going in. Oh my God. And I lost it. Holy shit. Alright, I got a rebound. Move out the way. Fader. Can I make it? Oh. I got a 76. I ain't gonna get it this quarter though. Oh, especially not after that. Damn, somebody's dying or what?
Come on, MP.
No, of course he's gonna make that. All right, I got 3 minutes to get my shit back right. Hey. In there. Let's go. Pass it up. Oh. They gotta pass that shit up quicker, man. Where's he going? I'm not reaching. Let's go. That's what I mean by passing it up quicker. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Let that go in. Let's go. Come on, man. Let me get some of that. Oh, he went to the back door slip. I'm trying to get up out of here, so shoot it if you're going to shoot it. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't cook him up. Let's go. Let's get it. AD looking to bail out. No, he don't need to. Shoots over the top. Let's go. Don't give me no space, Booker. KD from the top, keeping him in the game. Oh, look at that, though. Stepped off in the corner. Holy. Oh, come on. Can I get a steal? Early caught the ball. Already greening up. We done took off on him a little bit. I don't know if y'all saw what my stats was for three, but it wasn't that high. Hey, let's go. You don't need that much to shoot three. I'm just capping. I don't know what you need. Good shit. We're gonna take a little break real quick. Yeah, all right. Oh, get the steal. Hey, too easy. I was about to say, that ain't Devin Booker. Oh, it is, shit. Oh, good defense. Let's go. That's all. It wasn't too much dribbling. I'm still trying to figure out the dribbling anyway. Can you shoot it? Alright. This bitch ass nigga. I'm there. Let's go, run it out. Run it out. Hold on. Okay. Wait a minute. I might have to take off Paul George's shot because it looks so ugly after my step back. Oh, that's good. Alright, let's get back to the fundamentals real quick. Hold on. Yeah, let's get back to the fundamentals real quick. Oh shit, that's on me. Alright. Holy fuck, who is that? Bill? Oh yeah, I forgot he on the team now. Uh-oh, good job, center. Bro. That's bullshit, man. I had him stunned. Alright, whatever. Hold on, pass me the ball, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Can I do this without getting all tired? I ain't with no separation, but whatever. Alright. Next shot will be better, definitely. I'm still trying to figure out what dribble moves I can do the best. What should I do to like speed boost with this character early on and shit? Even though I'm probably gonna play sharp lock or something. I just made this character to play and have fun with. If I need to play by myself on the park or something. Okay, so I gotta do. Okay, Devin Booker just playing better then. I gotta play better too then. He was letting me cook him at the beginning. All right, we got 4 minutes. Let's try to get takeover this quarter. Oh shit. You're gonna have to get up a little further than that, big boy. Good pass. Alright, hold on, let me. Hey, that's coming off. Alright, I didn't want to get that close. About to say, I ain't fouling. That's crazy. All right, I gotta take better shots for the rest of the game because they hoeing now. I can't even make regular wide open threes. Well, like I said, my three ain't that high, but still. I know I was fading, but hold on, like right here. There we go. Let's calm the game down. Let's go back to that. Damn, he just worked his way in there. Timeout game anyway, so. That's crazy right there. I know they don't want me to stop just to shoot that, but damn. Devin Booker going crazy now. What? Maybe because I'm tired. Cause that was clean though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't fouling his ass. The nigga like, fuck it. Devin Booker going to work now. They won't let me make nothing now. The momentum is gone. Uh-oh, Devin Booker seals the deal. Wow, my guy is playing like ass now. Take me out of the game, coach. I can't even come out of the game. Uh-oh, he got himself trapped. But won't let me make nothing now. What is that? 3 for, okay. Less threes next game. Oh, look. I can't steal from nobody either. Just let him go. Jeez, that's tough. Oh, by the way, I don't even care about these My Career games. I'm just fucking shooting and trying to learn how to dribble a little bit. Probably should get some boosts and see how that is with this guy, but I ain't tripping.
Game time, MP. Let's get it.
Like I said, my goal is to get to 90. I don't want to stray away from my mission, because I will. Low key. There's so many things you could do in this game that I'm glad they ain't forcing me to do nothing. I'm just getting to do what I want. Trying to learn my player, really, before I make another one. See, that's off. There we go. Oh, that's off too, huh? Hey. Alright. Let's see what they got. Uh-oh, already. Burning me. I'm over here trying to get this shit good over here. Alright. Oh, he little, bro. Actually, nah. He little. Yeah, he little. Oh, I'm putting my hands on him though now. Alright. Aw, come on, bro. What kind of pass is that? What the fuck is... Oh my god, bro. They be letting them get away with whatever. I'm about to say, well, that's a foul, man. I can't even make a free throw. I don't know why I put my free throw rating up. Still can't make a free throw. Man, this motherfucker better do something with the ball. Alright. Layup. If I'd have tried to dunk, he'd have fouled my shit. And they probably wouldn't have called it. Oh. Good shot selection, though. My dude can make those now, though. Hey, Green, baby. In the corner. They gonna call timeout. Oh, I picked the wrong takeover. But fuck it, let's see how this one works. Shit. Hold on. How you use this one? Oh. Man, this one ass. It ain't as good as shooting. Damn, how you make that? Come on. There we go. I mean, that was cool. That was a layup. Damn. Who the heck is that? Why he dunking so hard? Sheesh. Shot forced. Yeah. Making free throws. Damn, at least one of them. Double team whoever got the ball. Alright, maybe not that guy. Hey. Oh, so my driving layup is so bad that I can't even make a layup while in takeover. Don't put the drive in takeover. I did it on accident. There we go. Nice little three. Man, he was chilling, waiting for the three. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, it's too late. Hispanic Heritage Month. What is that? Nah. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Alright, hold on, bro. Chill. Alright, back off. Holy shit. Can't make my turnarounds no more. That guy don't want to shoot it, do he? Yeah, he didn't want to shoot it either. DeRozan. Chill, bro. Let's go. Yeah, we got the rebound. Hey. That's an easy shot. Oh, my bad. Oh, they ain't good nothing. Press it, but hold on. Let's take it slow. Hey. And I looked at. He looked like he contested it, though. Green, don't matter. Oh, hell nah, bro. Come on. What is that? It's crazy. Hey. Whoosh. Throws it down. Hey. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did anybody see my defender? Where'd he go? Oh, he got open. We did too. But we can't fucking make the shot. Crazy.
We're way too much for him.
Maybe I should be shooting with another shot. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't call it. Alright, hold on. Let me get through this part of the game. Alright. Alright, let's go. Alright, I still got the little guy guarding me, huh? Oh. Alright, that wasn't the right move I was trying to do, but whatever. Oh, I should have reached on him, but I probably wouldn't get the steal. There we go. With the ref in the way. Damn. I don't know who that is, but he shot that time. That's too easy. You're too little, I think. Hey, I should have went in there and got the lob, but I know he trying to foul me. Come on, make one. There we go. Oh, come on, bro. That's not good enough. Damn. Almost. He ain't got shit. They ain't got shit. Let me hit that. Let's go. Out the corner with it. off my game. I ain't gotta play like that. Oh, ooh, big body rebound. Come on, 2K. I ain't letting him go though. Alright, he going that way. Oh, hell no. What is that? They got to throw the ball down faster. That's crazy. Throw the shit down. Alright. Yeah, that's a good play. Oh, can we get in there finally? Oh. Oh, okay. I'm losing my grade. Fucking around doing this? Alright, whatever. I'll take it. No ring chin. That's crazy. Good defense, though. What can you say? Alright. I ain't getting enough space away, man. Holy shit, Andre Drummond. Hey. There we go. I'll take it. $32 points. Yeah, I ain't gonna foul me going in there doing that. Oh yeah, hit me with this. I forgot. We can do that a couple times. Why is he guarding, man? There we go, shoot it. Wide open. Oh, is he gonna throw it? Nope. Well, why are they chasing me, bro? Alright. We'll take it. fuck? Holy shit. Are they trying to... Oh, come on. Can't get a foul. It's only a minute left, that's why. But we up, though. We up. Oh, shit. Oh, gotcha. Stay in your corner. Yeah. Damn. Ooh. Holy. Alright, I'm about to pay attention next game. Get my little cook on. See if they'll let me cook. Let me see, come on. Oh, can I hit a turnaround out of that? Yep. They ain't called traveling either. Shit crazy. This dude ain't too bad. But like I said, he just to see how the game play. It's better to make a fun build to grind to 90 and then make your real build at Rebirth. At least in my opinion. I just want to do Rebirth. That's the only thing I want to see on the map. That's it. That and what's the next game? On that note, I'll be right back.
This is about game time. Bring
Have a
the
good
pace
game, man.
time.
Hey, that's crazy. Try to kill me. Gonna fire me like that already? I guess that's why they call them the Bucks. What build should I make? That's what this video should be titled. What build should I make? Ooh. Giannis. Okay. They cooking. Alright, he was a little close. I just wanted to see if I can cook up. Giannis went the whole side to himself. He went out of bounds and everything. 2K, what is that? You want me to play defense on the computer, and then when I do, your computer Giannis run out of bounds. Easy, let's go. That's how we're gonna start. Oh. Okay. I didn't think he was that open either. Holy shit. Back up. Holy shit, bro. What is this? Oh. Let's go. DeRozan. I'm trying to win though this game because it's the Bucks. Otherwise, I would have shot whatever. But I already shot a couple bad shots this quarter, so I'm just trying to play in the flow of the game a little bit. A little bit. Ooh. Oh. See, I fucked up. Oh. And one. They reaching. Really out here looking like Kobe, but I'm missing free throws, so not really. Okay. Ooh. Is that how we make? Is he making that though? Okay. What I'm saying. Oh. Is he making that though? Yeah. Oh, bro. Holy shit. Alright, now, that's what I'm trying to do every time, bro. Alright, I gotta figure out the move. Hold on. I gotta figure out all these moves and do them every time. Oh. Okay. Fuck up then, sir. Oh. Oh, got him. Come on, bro. That's too easy. Oh, that's a weak ass play. Operation Learn How to Dribble. I got away from him. Fuck that. Oh. There we go. Nobody's following you over there, bro. Hey! That look good right there. Come on, man. Wasting all my shit. Uh-oh. Come on, Giannis. Don't hit me. Holy shit. Giannis don't want to let me cook. Hey. It don't matter. I'm still gonna cook, Giannis. Better stop it. Let's go. Another one. All right. Good quarter or whatever. I'm about to listen to Philosophy and everything too, but I want to get my other Rebirth shit. So we just chilling. I'm really trying to learn how to dribble and everything too. I think I gotta come down and without the turbo and do certain moves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, bro. Like, see, that's the shit I'm talking about, bro. Like, he coulda, what's the man? Look, I know he was gonna score, but goddamn. Now look, get a fucking terrible shot. I'm trying to see what dribble moves work. Alright. Let's try to get this win real quick. Hold on. Is that how you do it? How you do it from this side? Nothing? Oh, like that. Holy shit. He can't stop me. Blinders? Deadeye? Silver? I don't even know if I got those badges on. Holy shit, that's on me. I always wonder why people do that. I see why now. Holy shit. Kinda. Well, why is Giannis guarding me all the time, bro? Hold up. Can I get away from him? No. Nobody can get away from Giannis. Can that go in? There we go. They left me open. Come on, man. Stop calling timeouts, bro. You're not getting back in this game. Damn, alright, I can't leave him. Whoever that little nigga was. Ooh. Oh, got you. What? I can't make that pass, alright. I gotta get the passing badge apparently to make hop step pass. But that's the move I was trying to do though. Alright. They coming back. Holy shit, bro. What's going on? That's too late. Alright, is it this button? Hold on. It's not that. It's definitely not that. I can't figure out how to do it. Hold on. I'm gonna try to figure out consistently. Not how to do that though. That was splitting the ball, man. Whatever. Giannis gets twos. Alright, yeah, let me see this shit, bro. There we go, okay. There's that thing. Oh, okay, he can body too. That's what it is. As soon as I went into the post, that fool drained my energy. ass feet. Immovable object or whatever. Immovable enforcer or something. Oh. Oh, shoot it. There we go. Start passing a little bit.
Get there, get there.
That hurried up the play a little bit. Hey. Hey. Got him. Buzzer beater. Real quick. It be like that sometimes, you know? Why does it sound like that?
D up on.
Alright, let's see. I'm down here. What should I do when I get over there, though? Giannis was there, though. I ain't gonna lie. That was brave. Ooh. Come on. Let's go. What? Alright, so I gotta press X. Oh, drumming. That. Had to make that happen. Okay. Oh, can I make that? No. I shot an air ball.
Don't let him shoot that.
Damn. We winning though by a lot, so. Let's go. Shoot that. The Bucks is doubling me in the post. Holy shit. He can shoot that all day. Okay, that's it right there. All right. That's it though. That's it though. I've been waiting to figure out without turbo.
Stay out here.
So that's got to be the end of that anyway.
Good stuff.
Come on, man. Let's I need another couple bars. What time is it, man? Only 12 o'clock. I need some bars, bro. Alright. Alright, let's hear what this old man gotta say.
This morning, we want to estimate as far as we can the rise of psychological thought through the great periods that preceded our modern way of life. Actually, our knowledge of the religious and philosophical literature of the world may be said to cover a period of approximately 5,000 years.
That's it?
This does not exhaust the background or historical perspective. But for 5,000 years, we have a fairly well organized descent of written tradition. Prior to that time, origins are obscure. Writing gradually disappears into pictoglyphic symbols, and the way of life of man before this era of the written word is dim to us. We have every reason to assume that a powerful cultural tradition existed before the invention of writing. But about this, we do not have very many historical landmarks about which we can speak with authority. But from the beginning of literature, from the beginning of the written word and the hieroglyphical writing, which made possible that man could express his integrated thoughts, we find the descent of the quest for knowledge concerning the interior life of the individual. Ancient man perhaps took more for granted than we do, was less critical, and more completely dominated by observational knowledge. But he was still aware of the tremendous importance of his own internal incentive and initiative power. He was already seeking to understand how he came to be alive. He sought for the mystery of this aliveness in himself and the power by means of which he could be a rational, thinking, self-moving being. In the beginning, naturally, his instincts were essentially religious in this field of research. The many mysteries which he could not solve, he assigned to divine powers. He assumed, therefore, from the beginning, the existence of some kind of a spiritual energy or life principle, either in the form of a personal deity or in the form of natural forces. He also assumed that he shared in these energies and forces and lived because of them, and that in some way they moved from within himself, vitalizing and energizing his conduct.
Alright.
In the beginning, of course, the search for the vital nature of this internal led him into a variety of systems of thinking. and we have the panorama of the world's oldest concept, rising in the valley of the Euphrates, in Egypt, among the ancient Aryan Hindus, and in China. In these regions, we find at a comparatively ancient time that research and thought were devoted to analyzing the internal constitution of the individual and attempting to classify the various fields of endeavor, the various conditioned reflexes which man exhibited. All this took place long before there were any names or terms for these explorations. And I think we may say that they belong to an era, or a time, or a level, and that this entire level was essentially psychological. For man searching for himself used most of the methodologies that we use today, but he had no clear terms to distinguish them. We know, for example, that in the Egyptian rituals, the mortuary rituals, the soul of man, the psychic principle, emerges as an entity, emerges as a being living within man, a soul in a body. In Egypt and now Babylonia and China and India, the search for the immortality of the psychic principle was already well underway. And certainly 5,000 years ago, man was convinced that he was a living being living in a body, that he had an existence apart from this body. And most important in our psychological research, he was convinced that the being in the body was more important than the body, that the service of this being was a supremely significant service, and that the instruction and development of this being within the body, these conditionings were essential to the health of both the being and the body. Man had already begun to integrate a moral code, and a moral code was essentially a psychological code, inasmuch as morality contributed to the comfort of the psychic entity. Man who broke the code, who violated the primitive taboos of his kind and tribe, was unhappy. Therefore, essentially, adjustment and happiness, serenity and security came from obedience to the code. Now, these pleasant reflexes had to do with the pleasure or comfort of the psychic being. It was the person in the body who determined the happiness of that body. And the individual was deeply concerned with the satisfying of instincts and impulses and intuitions within his own nature. Primitive man, perhaps more than modern man, was also concerned with the extrasensory perception band, which transcends the normal functional structure of our thought and emotion. In the beginning, he assumed without question that man's psychic life had an existence of its own, and while it was normally involved in our objective existence, it also was involved in a survival for itself. Thus, the psychic being had a life apart from our physical life. It did not come to the mind of ancient man that this psychic life was completely identical with body. Various explanations were advanced to demonstrate the validity of this claim, but even among the ancient Greeks, prior to any integrated concept of immortality, they definitely believed that the decarnate soul continued to be aware, continued to have kind of life. And throughout the earth are scattered the burial mounds of ancient peoples, both advanced and primitive. And these mounds indicate by their content and by their ritualistic pattern something of the conception that these people held. Throughout ancient times, men buried with their dead certain emblems and symbols of continuance. Furthermore, they buried also comforts, commodities, and luxuries, jewelry, adornments, instruments, convinced that these would be of interest or importance to a living soul that survived death. The ancient habit of burying with the dead miniatures of houses and cattle, of various wealths and treasures, and also burying familiar and loved articles. These intimated that ancient man believed that the soul would be in a condition to enjoy these things. The burial of food with the dead also carried the same thought. Furthermore, in his daily life, ancient man left food offerings for the souls of his departed friends and ancestors, by which he implied that these souls could be hungry or could find certain satisfaction in taking the food that was left for them. Most of all, it meant, of course, that these souls continued to live. Otherwise, all such offerings would be meaningless. Thus, from the beginning, this survival of the soul was regarded as a natural assumption. Man, unable to experience the total extinction of himself, could not assume that such an extinction could take place. He must continue. Of course, in the beginning, we had many concepts about the nature of soul and the power which it bestowed upon body. One of these involves the problem of genius. Ancient man tried to explain the exceptional soul, the soul that seemed to have more powers, more abilities, more attributes, a soul capable of an advanced way of life in the culture to which it belonged. Originally, genius, a term which we now regard as signifying an exceptional ability, was a term to define a spiritual being. A genius was a kind of soul existing in space. It was a soul somewhere between divine and human, a soul possessed of extraordinary abilities. To the Greeks, the genius represented a kind of entity that never actually took upon itself a body of its own, but inhabited the minds and emotions of human beings. Socrates prayed that the genius that assisted him might be present in his discourses. And so it was believed that man internally, as a living being, could be nourished or sustained, enlightened or informed by other invisible souls. And when it formed an alliance with a superior being, this alliance resulted in what we call today genius. Genius being the gift of a God to man. By degrees, this problem of the gift of the gods passed out of fashion, and we have come to assume that this so-called gift is an innate ability. But we have never yet solved the moral explanation of this innate superiority. The modern psychologist, dominated by materialistic concepts, can only regard what we call genius as an exception or an accident. He cannot explain it rationally, or if he does explain it, this explanation is exceedingly cramped and limited. In the Chinese and Hindu system, the early development of man's belief in a soul, a psychic life, led to the rise of the ritualistic period in religion. Man was searching always for a comfortable soul, a soul that did not hurt, a soul with which he could live in a state of comfort and security. He discovered at a very ancient time that the problems of his living burdened his soul. He found that his soul was saddened by the misfortunes of his life. And also, as he turned within himself in time of need for consolation or inspiration, he discovered that these were not always available to him. That in many instances, his inner life was weak, inadequate, insecure. That he could not gain from within himself the inspiration and courage for a positive way of conduct.
Supposed to make that.
Thus, the old situation began to receive attention. That a man could have a soul that was tired, a soul that was sick, a soul that was burdened and weary and disillusioned. And that these difficulties of the soul had to be met in some way. Religion first attempted to meet these difficulties by what we would term release. And this is very largely the pattern that we follow today. For in another age and on a different level, we are recapitulating man's earliest experiments with his psychic life. The search for the soul is a cyclic and periodic quest which arises within cultures at certain degrees of their development. So religion began to bring the soul the satisfaction of psychic drama, psychic glamour. It began to invest life with overtones. It sought to sustain man's conviction of a universal right upon which he could depend. It also set festivals and established rituals, both of rejoicing and of penance, in order that the soul might receive various disciplines from a religious conviction. Man was taught to seek the solace for his soul in the temple, in the sanctuary, in prayer, and also through offerings, and through penances, and through various rites of absolution. These things were to convince him that once he had performed these necessary and regular actions, that his soul would be comfortable again, that peace and internal security would be restored, and that he could face life once more with a good hope. The great festivals periodically gave extraversion to his psychic life. Ancient man probably lived for the most part a rather humdrum existence. He had very few of the continuous stimuli which keep us more or less active. He lived much as the small town person lived 50 or 100 years ago. But by means of festivals, by the great ceremonies and rituals of religion, by the pageantries and holidays of the state, By these various means, the rhythm of man's monotony was broken, and he had periods of extraordinary exhilaration, opportunities to express
Gotta be
himself.
adult.
And all of these essentially were part of a good psychological program. This program gave the individual outlets toward beauty, towards creativity, art, music, drama. And in those days, of course, in primitive ritual, nearly all members of the clan or the tribe participated. It was not a few acting and the rest merely observing. All took part. And in the primitive dance drama of African tribes today, we find the tremendous emotional catharsis that helped these people to withstand psychic stress or pressure, and gave them periodic cycles of relaxation or relief from tension. All of these forms of psychic therapy were apparently instinctively developed to meet the needs which man internally experienced. Gradually, however, man passed beyond this point, and although he preserved these rites and rituals, and they still form part of the heritage of our people, he passed more and more into a philosophic era, a period
I can't make that.
of
I'm all over the
search
place now.
for value. And in this philosophic era, he gained another important dimension. He was taught that there was something he should do besides merely gratifying the soul. That this psychic pressure within us should not simply be indulged. That things had to be done to improve the soul itself. Now, there were differences of opinion as to the level of the soul's own entity. But regardless of this, it was taken for granted that that part of the soul which became associated with body became involved in the problems, fears, hopes, and sorrows of body. At least this part had to be reconditioned. The soul had to be recognized as the leader of body. Therefore, the soul had to be capable of wise leadership. It had to be able to discriminate and to unfold its own resources until it was a source of strength to the person, rather than merely contributing to the weakness or delinquency of the conduct of that person. Thus, philosophy began the education of man's soul life. It taught man that it was more important to grow than merely to be happy, that there were duties that were imposed by life, and that the health of the soul depended largely upon its ability to assume responsibility rather than to escape responsibility. That the final maturity of the person was not merely the result of escapism, but was the result of the development of a true self-responsible adulthood within the person himself. So philosophy began to place regulations upon the conduct of man, seeking to emphasize the improvement of this psychic life. That man was not merely to cater to it, he was to rule it. It was to become an instrument of his own purposes. Here is one of the conflicts, of course, which has never been really solved. Because even today, after several thousand years, we have never been able to convince the individual that he should not cater to his own instincts. We have not been able to teach him that he is supposed to govern his own emotions, that he is supposed to use his mind for the total advancement of himself and his kind, and not merely for the gratification of passing whims. So we have as yet not solved this phase of the ancient problem. But it is only fair to say that antiquity was aware of it and attempted in various ways to circumscribe the excessive attitudes that might burden man's life. It was therefore common in antiquity for the individual to make offerings not only to the souls of the dead, but to the soul within himself. He gradually moved the throne of God into his own internal life. He began to conceive of himself as a spiritual entity, and that as a spiritual entity, he became the servant of an indwelling divine principle. He must reconcile himself with this principle. He must obey it or suffer. Ancient man, observing the disobedience to the laws and codes of his people, brought conscience-stricken remorse, emphasized the importance, therefore, of living according to the code and not violating it. The soul's comfort was so increased. But also there were those who recognized that the code must grow, that you could not bind the individual forever to the past or to some ancient prehistoric way of life. So there had to be leaders, there had to be thinkers, moralists, teachers, religionists, who were able to help the code itself to broaden and deepen and come into greater utility. Men outgrew religions then as they have since, but it was necessary that man should still have religion. So he began to interpret and develop his spiritual traditions, created schools, reformed ancient processes, and kept his faith alive by keeping his spiritual insight as strong and as unfolding as possible. All these problems led in about the second millennium BC to a rising system of soul culture. A soul culture which began to take the place of what we might term a physical perspective, an integration of thinking and believing that took the place of mere observation and reaction to natural stimuli. Thus, in this earlier period, we also begin to see the rising of schools, the rising of systems, essentially dedicated to man's happiness, security, and peace of mind and heart. But naturally, because of these motivations, primarily psychological in their technique. We begin to recognize, for example, the concept of the importance of the individual developing a conscious psychic existence, and the importance of preparing himself for the afterlife or the world which was to come by attaining during his physical life a state of soul consciousness. Thus there was a kind of union between the personality and the soul, and the wise were instructed to unite their energies and their resources with their psychic natures. Thus the soul was to become first. The will of the soul and the purpose of the soul were to have authority over the objective life of the individual. He began to really contemplate that his future depended upon his soul. That if he had an afterlife, it was this soul that lived. And he began to conceive as to how he should meet the challenge of the world in which this soul existed. Much of this is developed in the concept of Egyptian philosophy, and also to a measure in the early Aryan schools of India. What kind of a world was the soul going to inhabit after it departed from body? Was the unseen world like the visible one? And to orient his soul, man had to begin to study or to speculate upon the nature of an infinite world beyond this one. He had to begin to variously visualize the structure of the psychic world to which his soul belonged. At one time, in the beginning, of course, he assumed that this psychic world was merely an extension of the physical world. It was a better land, but essentially the same land. In the Egyptian thought, of course, the afterlife was a beautiful world called Amentet, or the Elysian Fields. And this was a glorious country watered by a celestial Nile. But unlike the terrestrial Nile, the waters of this heavenly river never failed. There were always crops. Everyone lived well. The poorest man had his own house and his own garden. And if you could earn this state by virtuous life in this world, you came after death into a state of solid comfort that lasted forever. This was a tremendous inducement, but it also indicated the direction of man's psychic thinking. He visualized or envisioned the afterlife as an escape from the restrictions and frustrations of his mortal existence. If he was poor in this world, he would be better off in the next. And of course, each class and group envisioned the salvation and preservation of its own kind, so that as society afterwards was an extension of this society, it would have its kings and its priests and its nobles and its commoners, but they would all be better. They would all be happier. They would all be closer to the gods, and therefore more virtuous. This type of better land continued for a very long while to concern the spiritual thinking of humanity. In fact, it still dominates a very large part of the human race. Although by degrees this better land has been more refined until we are less able to define it in terms of the familiar. But we are still convinced that it is a land of peace and hope and fulfillment, where the sorrows of our present state will no longer be known. This heaven world and the philosophy and theology concerning it dominated Egypt, came into power in China and many other places, and became the moral incentive behind physical conduct. The individual had to earn this better state. This also became a means of explaining his present troubles. These troubles were tests. They were trials to which his soul was subjected. There were so many things that happened in physical life that men could not explain. War, pestilence, drought, all these things, that it could only be assumed that man was being prepared for something, that if he was faithful unto all these daily problems, he would be made master over greater things. So he gained consolation and a certain internal normalcy. He received incentives, whether they be constructive, we cannot pause to consider now. Perhaps he was influenced by fear of punishment after death. But in any event, to do right, to live a good life, these incentives were justified by his theology. They were important. because they brought survival, happiness, contentment to his soul. Man, beginning to study his soul, however, made several other interesting observations about it. He gradually overcame the first blush of his enthusiasm, and he began to consider just what kind of a soul he had. Like St. Paul, he discovered that whenever he would do good, evil was ever nigh unto him. He began to realize that his soul was not a God. It was not perfect. His soul could make mistakes too, at least appear to make mistakes.
Oh.
He could give the best that he had. He could be very loving and sincere and still be in trouble. He also could not depend always upon the leadership of his psychic life because selfishness came in. Ulterior motives moved within himself. And he found very often looking inward that there was much conflict. That he was not only aspiring after truth, but he was ambitious for worldly success and power.
Don't look
He
inward.
learned also that the more emphasis he placed upon worldly success, the more he had to compromise the religious and spiritual codes of living. He learned that he had to make a decision whether he would serve his soul or serve his body. And that this decision had very lasting consequences upon his consciousness. He became aware that to the degree that he was materially successful, he also forgot his soul. And it was not perhaps until his deathbed that he began to reconsider or attempt to reevaluate the significance and dignity of his life. So in the second millennium before the beginning of the Christian era, about 3,500 to 4,000 years ago, man began to make a clear line of distinction between his psychic life and his material life. He said that in the cultivation of his soul, a decision had to be made. That he could not serve two masters. That he could not equally attain in two spheres. That either the body and its desires had to come first, or the soul and its desires had to come first. Something had to be sacrificed. He could not carry water on both shoulders. So in this decision, we had a sort of parting of the ways along the branching of the ancient Pythagorean Y, or the forked road. And those who really earnestly desired the good of the soul began to renounce certain pleasures of the body, certain physical activities, trying to renounce selfishness, arrogance, despotism, seeking therefore to cultivate the soul, perhaps selfishly, but in order that in the great eternity that lay beyond, they would have happiness and peace. It became a truism, an adage, that man's 70 or 80 years in this world should not be allowed to so scar and deform his soul that he could not face eternity with a good hope. So eternity began to take precedence. And in the priestly and learned groups, this condition of the soul often led to a renunciation of worldliness and all worldly concerns. This apparently was all right at a time when man really believed it, really meant it, and gave the fullness of himself to it. However, in the course of time, his faith in the immortality of his own soul began to languish. And when this occurred, his conviction of renunciation was weakened. And instead of giving up the lesser for the greater with a good hope, he began to have reservations. And when this began, his renunciations led to repressions and frustrations because they were not total commitments of himself. But out of this belief that he had a larger life that had to be nourished, came the disciplines for the improvement of the soul. And we have to realize that to the ancients, the emotions and the thoughts were part of the psychic life. So philosophies, arts, sciences began to develop. Man sought learning, not for its own sake, but for the sake of his soul. He believed definitely that he should become the servant of soul power, and that the beginning of this servitude was skill. It was his privilege to release soul through body. In order to do this, he must train body. He must gain the skill and knowledge which would enable him to be the musician, the artist, the sculptor. He had to have training. And this training was always in order that his inner life might have a fuller expression. He then had to decide between service to the soul and to the profit concept. As an artist, he could make money if he would compromise his soul. So everywhere he had to enter into conflict between the true service of the psychic life within him and the advancement of his corporeal condition. He strove constantly, of course, to find some reasonable adjustment between these extremes. And Socrates gave us that adjustment in his concept of moderation. That by doing all things moderately, man maintains a kind of equilibrium within himself, serving both the needs of the soul and the needs of the body, and having a good life in both states. The moment he became immoderate, however, one state was penalized. And in our way of life, it is usually the spiritual state that is more or less compromised. In this time also, there came to
man, that's good.
The desire to understand and to even explore the world of the soul. In fact, he had already some experience in this, but he did not know just exactly what he was doing. He found that sleep,
there we go,
and the dream state seemed to be a kind of temporary death. Therefore, he gained the conviction that in all possibility, after death, he entered into a kind of life similar to the dream life. When he was dreaming, the dream seemed real. When he awoke, the figment of the dream dissolved. It never occurred to him that the dream state was merely subjective. If he dreamt that he went somewhere, he believed that in his inner life he traveled to that place. But in dreams, he found the consolation of a kind of certainty. He became aware of his own soul life. He also experienced in his dreams various symbolic projections of his daily life. Men at that time had a rather regimented life, therefore dreams undoubtedly were less complicated and confusing than they are in our way of life. They probably had greater conformity, and persons recounting their sleep experiences found that others had had similar experiences. Thus the sleep life became the proof of the soul's existence apart from body, and also the proof that man could journey many ways and into different places and come into contact with beings and conditions and circumstances unknown in his material existence. Thus the dream world became the beginning of an internal psychic existence. And from this he gained the conviction that he could, even during life, experience the mysteries of the soul. Also, as time went on, he began to observe that among his own peoples, there would arise occasionally an individual who seemed to be particularly gifted or burdened with this psychic power. He gradually also came to realize that this person was nearly always a hypersensitive person. That these dreams and visions came to a kind of human being. A kind often not acceptable materially as an example of the physical activities of a people. These dreamers, these mystics, became the poets. They became a strange order of detached human beings. They were not remembered for their valor as soldiers. They had not the ambition to usurp the powers of kings. They lived a strange, detached life of their own. And from their visions and their accounts, man gained an increasing insight into the psychic life of his kind and species. He also then came to the conclusion that if these kinds of sensitive, detached people had this gift, that others could also cultivate it by following the life patterns of these detached individuals. So the way of mysticism was patterned after the natural way of the born mystic. This born mystic, who lived in a kind of strange inner world, was copied by other men. They began renouncing their worldly goods. They began to act as he did. They tried to reconstruct in themselves the strange detachment which seemed to be the secret of his power. Some succeeded and they did not know why. Others failed. But they came gradually to the belief that as man weakened his physical bonds, as he placed the body under ever heavier restraint, he had a tendency to have psychical experiences. Thus he had prayer and meditation and long periods of fasting, because in fasting he seemed to weaken the body. And as he weakened the body, he liberated the soul. So our religious story bears upon all of these different phases of man's questing after a spiritual life. There were two ways in which man gradually believed that he could have conscious union with his soul while yet he lived. One of these ways was through growth, through the unfoldment and anticipation of the way of life that was to come after him. Thus, through the extraordinary cultivation of virtues, through the improvement of his faculties and powers, through the life of wisdom, man believed that he could come to a greater and more lasting insight by which he could understand and experience the mysteries of his soul. So he sought by reason and learning to grow up to the soul. He also, however, experienced this other way, the way of complete faith and the rejection of knowledge. He found that the individual who let go of all material things also found himself involved in the psychic mystery. That if he renounced all objective attainment, he will also gain a kind of depth penetration. And that by the renunciation of objectivity, even of thought, strange mystical insights seemed to come to him. He found this particularly true when he surveyed the practices of primitive peoples. He found they had a mysticism without learning, that they had an insight without knowledge, and that this insight was almost completely an abiding faith, an absolute acceptance of life. So there were two ways, apparently, in which you could attain your end. One, by the complete rejection of materiality, the total acceptance of life itself. the other by a tremendous effort, an effort to become learned, to become wise, and to become informed. And of course, being practical human beings, our ancestors began to look for the bargain. They tried to decide which was the way of greatest attainment with least effort. We have always had that habit in humanity. Out of this struggle, there came a rather confusing report. Men mostly took it for granted that the easy way would be the way of the simple relaxation into faith. That the individual would have an easier time giving up what he knew than he would learning something else. Actually, by experience, he found that the two paths were equally arduous. That there was really no difference whatever. And that actually it was often more difficult to unlearn than it was to learn. The individual found that his renunciation of ignorance was as strenuous as his attainment of wisdom. Under the renunciation of ignorance, he was forced to give up all of his own opinions. And this was little short of a tragedy. He found that he could not give up the decisions and attitudes which had become his own. He found that it required a tremendous incentive and a vast amount of internal integration to be able to free himself from the illusions and delusions that held him in the state of ignorance. Therefore, he then turned to wisdom to see if this offered an easier road. He found that it did not. He found that the challenge of wisdom was a continual pressure upon him. That the more he knew, the better he had to act. And the responsibility of living up to knowledge was as heavy as the responsibility of renouncing illusion. It was easy enough to learn. It was not too difficult to become instructed. But every new fact that was learned, every new experience that was understood, challenged the individual. He had to live it. He could not know better than he lived without getting into more trouble. And because wisdom gave him the valid evidence that selfishness was a tragic disaster, he had to come to a decision. So he decided to stop learning because he preferred to remain selfish. It was too much to ask the individual to live according to his light. It is still too much. We have never been able to bridge this interval between the glory of theory and the delinquency of practice. To achieve these ends, however, ancient man struggled with the problem. He did the best he could with what he was and with what he had. And out of the problem itself came another important psychic fact. Man came to the conclusion that the human dilemma was the divine opportunity. He became convinced out of hundreds and thousands of years of struggle that it was largely improbable that the average human being would make the transition successfully. The pressures of worldliness were too great. The inducements of worldliness were too real. Consequently, the salvation of man had to depend upon something stronger than himself. One of the answers, of course, was advanced in the ancient philosophies, namely, that actually and factually the soul, being stronger than the body, could ultimately contribute to the salvation of the body. That once the soul reached a certain degree of integration, the psychic life would put the rest of the personality in order. This was a great and hoped for end. But again, this could only arise after a tremendous amount of achievement. By degrees then, man began to take the ground that this achievement could only be attained generally or broadly or widely through an intercession, through some circumstance that would raise the individual into an experience before he had actually attained the strength to have that experience by himself. In other words, the point was that the only way that the average person could be induced to really make a thorough job of the redemption of his own soul was to have the personal experience of that redemption before he had earned it. This resulted in the establishment of the rituals of the mysteries and of the rites, and of the gradual development of the various messianic codes. In the temple, under the glamour of the initiatory ceremony, under a kind of psychic hypnosis induced by the priests and by the sacred rituals, the candidate had an actual experience of exaltation. He suddenly, temporarily at least, felt the real dignity of his own internal life. He had it as an experience of fact and not something told to him. And in most instances, this experience was of so sublime a nature, so exalting, so tremendous in its implication that it could not be forgotten. And out of the mystical experiences provided for the ancient rituals, it was possible to inspire the human being to labor strenuously to attain a state which he had already fleetingly known, and the sublimity of which he had sensed and accepted. Thus this exaltation of the psychic state through religion, through the state rituals, and through the ceremonies became the basis of the initiation system, where it became so powerful and obvious an improvement that the candidate was then willing to accept disciplines and was willing to dedicate his life to the achievement of this thing which he had already come to know. This knowledge was different from the transmission of knowledge by the ordinary methods of teaching. It was a factual sharing in the state to be desired. By the middle then of the second millennium, before Christ, we find the rise of the mystery systems. We find them taking over and seeking to attain the health of the soul. And the general theory of these systems was very simple, namely that salvation had to be earned, and that man had to earn the conscious release of his own soul. That if he ignored or neglected the soul, or left it unnourished, his after-death state was penalized. He could not pass into the conscious state of bliss or security or everlasting peace. Now then, of course, by this time it had also become rather obvious that there was moving out of this world a continuing stream of souls that had not yet attained to such security. Primitive man seemed to have no solution for this, other than to assume that these souls simply went on in the state they had attained, and perhaps sometime, somewhere, some way, had opportunity for further growth. It was rather dim because man had no actual concept of the relationship between living and growing. But in the philosophic era, it became pretty obvious that the soul of the average person was not going to attain spiritual serenity in the short span of its material existence. Gradually, therefore, in various parts of the world, the teachings of metempsychosis appeared. The cycle of rebirth was introduced as a means of giving the soul renewed opportunity for growth. The end was still the same, but man, becoming a little disillusioned with man, began to realize that human regeneration was a larger undertaking than he had assumed to be the case. Instead of beginning to think of perfecting the human being in 20, 30, or 40 years, began to contemplate the need for several hundred lives to work it out. Because folks just didn't perfect as rapidly as might be desired. Growth, actual growth, was a very slow growth. You could give the individual skill, you could inform him, you could enlighten him, you could give him wonderful opportunities of learning and experience, but you could not make him grow. Growth had to come from incentives within himself. And many persons live their entire lifetime without this incentive ever appearing. The individual did not even believe in growth. He saw no reason for it. And those who came under the contact of the schools, who also constituted so small a minority group that it was not possible through them to indoctrinate the whole structure of society. Thus, the beginning of the concept that after death was not final. There were, of course, other considerations. Perhaps some few might attain to a great and noble consciousness. Therefore, the invisible universe had to be reorganized and stratified to take care of these varying degrees of growth. We find the emergence of the philosophic system in Egypt, for as early probably as nearly 4,000 years ago, we find the introduction of this deity, Typhon, or the crocodile hog of the Nile, this mysterious monster that swallowed the souls of the dead who were not found worthy in the weighing of the soul in the judgment hall. Those that failed were swallowed up by this strange monster that represented earth. They were brought back again into the material world and reborn. Thus now the path of soul growth began to take shape. Those who attained most were able, therefore, to return to this life best equipped. Those who finally attained emancipation or liberation then departed into a higher state of being and did not return, as in the Buddhist concept of nirvana. So the soul's journey, the soul's need, became organized as the great science of antiquity. And I think we can say definitely that the science of the soul was the dominant theme of the ancient world.
Science
Man
of the soul.
searching to know and understand these mysteries of life within himself. The soul had to be brought into a state of self-enlightenment, of complete security, and various rituals and devices were created to make this possible. As time went on, then, man, continuing to struggle with this problem of his own soul, began to sense another dimension that had not previously concerned him, and that is the relationship of the soul to God. We had already had a long experience of man working with the soul itself. But what was the soul? Was that the ultimate? Was attainment of identity with soul the final good? In the great golden age of philosophy that began around the 9th century BC and extended on down through most of the following centuries, the problem of the soul's relationship to something superior to its own nature began to be contemplated. Namely, that the soul was not itself the total being, but that the soul was a kind of bridge uniting the objective person with the universal principle of life. Therefore, behind soul was spirit. They were not identical. And as soul inhabited body, so spirit inhabited soul. Man was a triune creature, a spiritual life, a soul entity, and a bodily appearance. These had to be balanced and equated in their own right.
Come on,
Thus,
bro, that's
indeed, by
easy shot,
degrees, soul lost its dominance, the position which it occupied in Egypt, because man became aware that the soul life of the Egyptian, whether in this world or in the Elysian fields, was a continuing kind of separateness, that the Egyptian dead differed only in the condition of body from the Egyptian living, and that you kept on living within the soul as a being somewhere forever. This did not seem to be right either. And out of the studies and developments of the golden age of philosophy and the rise of the great religions which took place between the 5th and 9th centuries BC, man began to seriously consider the essential nature of spirit. And one of his first conclusions was that the primary difference between soul and spirit was that soul was an individual thing and spirit a universal thing. Man's concept of spirit became more and more associated with life, until finally his God concept became the universal life principle. And this universal life contained within it all things that could come from it. So this life became the first and most valid of all things. Man not only had to escape from body, but some way he had to escape from soul. Now, how does it happen that man discovered the need for this escape from soul? Perhaps the reason why he felt this need was that up to this point he was burdened constantly with this dual problem of becoming more wise or becoming less ignorant. When all ignorance ceased or all wisdom was attained, what then happened? Man began to dream beyond this. He began to realize that there could be no satisfaction merely in wisdom. He began to find the whole concept of his soul life important but not complete. And here we come to one of the problems that faces us today. In the last 50 years, we have had the greatest rise in psychological thinking that modern man has experienced. Gradually, by recapitulation, we have moved again into approximately the condition of man in the 15th century BC. We have got him to the point now where the soul is beginning to be believed in psychology. We are shifting the responsibility for the bodily activity, for moral decision, for ethical decision, from the objective activity and incidental function of the brain and the nervous system, and we are moving it into the psychic field. We have therefore retired responsibility from one system of man's structure to another. But we get back here now with a soul on our hands. And we find that a soul is just as difficult to handle as the body was. Perhaps a little more difficult, because we haven't enough landmarks. We find that the psychological effort at therapy is not sufficient and is not complete because it becomes too much involved in technique. We are approaching the organization of a science of the soul. But man is a scientist only by superficial allegiance. No human being is psychically a scientist. He is a scientist only because science is a method of attaining knowledge. As soon as he attains it, there is no longer any reason for science. Scientific approach, therefore, is again only a bridge from a state of ignorance to a state of lesser ignorance. This is not the solution. So today we have put a ceiling on the invisible life of man. We have placed a kind of hat on his soul, saying beyond this we may not go. We can trace backward now to the person in the body, and there we leave him. We do not realize that the person in the body is in just as much of a dilemma as the man in the world. The person in the body can solve certain things, but this same person is subject to certain other things, which we have not yet solved and for which we have no explanation.
Easy.
That man believes in the reality of his own soul is not the final belief necessary to attain health and happiness. Unless the soul in turn is integrated in a larger pattern of things, man still remains on the horns of an old dilemma. Therefore, the elevation of the psychic life has resulted in a psychological code now catering to the soul. But the soul being catered to is not becoming less neurotic. The more we cater to it, the more we try to relieve it of its frustrations and pressures, the less lawful our own life becomes. We have attempted in this way to evade the...
I'll be right back. I gotta eat some food. I'll holla.